Okay, testing. One, two, three. Testing. Can y'all hear me? Okay. Give me a second, guys. Okay. Okay. Things should be good to go now. Sorry for that long pause. I was just making sure everything was all set up real quick. This is my first art stream in a while, so I'm just making sure everything's going okay. Okay, guys, we're gonna go ahead and start in five, four, three, two, and. Alright, y'all. Welcome to the first, technically one of the first art streams I've done in a while, like I said before. I just got some new equipment. Oh, whoops, sorry, that's someone playing in the background. Okay, good to see y'all in the chat. Okay, good, looks like everyone can hear me. The song is called Fairy Tale. It's from I need to put a little link in the description for that. It's from No Copyright Songs. I used the song before in like one of my other, I think it was one of my speed arts, so I just want something playing in the background. I just need something playing in the background for this because I didn't want it to be just like a dead silent stream. But how are y'all doing in the chat today? Just had dinner with my family and some Reese's for dessert. Reese's is one of the best desserts. I've seen like in the store, like they got like pies and stuff, like Reese's pies. I'm not a pie person, but Anyway, is the volume okay for y'all in the chat? I want to make sure like the music isn't too loud. All right, so like I said before, yes, this is an art stream. I've been meaning to do this for a while, and let me just make sure everything's okay. Okay, okay. And for those who are already gonna start wondering, yes, it is kind of a little. Looks a little awkward in the window. For some reason, I can't, as of yet, stretch out. Because what you're seeing is what's on my iPad right now. Hold on for a second. Yeah, so what you're seeing is like I'm streaming from my iPad, but I don't know how to make it stretch to the full, like to each end of the window. I might try to see if I can zoom in maybe, but I think like the black borders coming with as a part of it. So like I said, this is more like a test as well as an art stream. I'm bored. I want to fight. I want to fight a dinosaur, but my online subscription is expired, so I'm legit dead in the water. I'm sorry that I'm guessing your game online subscription expired. You gotta make sure you stay on top of that. Yeah, so sorry about if the music is increasing and decreasing at the same time. I'm just trying to like see if like if the music is too loud for y'all or y'all can hear me perfectly. This is my first time streaming music to this, and I'm making sure I'm using music that cannot be copyrighted because it only comes from, you know, no copyright sounds. So who give users free range on the music they have. What is this drawing? Anywho, who is the lady that looks like Raven from Teen Titans? Oh, right. Yeah, and Rosalie and Bobby. Yeah, that was your question too. Okay, so just as a test, I was going to go ahead and just start on a couple of art pieces that I already started making. I don't know if y'all have seen it yet, but there's an anime called Kakegurui. It's a gambling anime. Oh, by the way, just let me know in the chat if the music's okay for y'all. If it's too loud, too low, just be sure to let me know so that way we can avoid this the next time I do an art stream. Yeah, so this is the live action adaptation called Bet that's on Netflix right now. Now, we've talked about this before. I have somewhat we've exchanged some words about live action adaptations, and as much as I was one of those people who was wondering why we were getting another live action again, because like Bet is like the second live action adaptation that they made, because one came from Japan, so I guess that wasn't enough for some reason. As much as I was one. Sorry about that. I had something else playing in the background. Dang, you and Smeargle would get along great. It's a Pokemon whose whole thing is being an artist. Oh, I'd never heard of that Pokemon before. But if they're an artist, I'm pretty sure I'll probably get along great with them. Is the picture pixelated for y'all? Like I said, this is just a test, so I'll most likely try to update the looks by next art stream. But just let me know if everything looks okay with y'all. Okay, I think the music should be good. Just again, let me know in the chat if the music is too loud or too low. But I think everything should be good now. So anyway, how have y'all been in the chat? I know, and yeah, let me go ahead and apologize and kind of, I want to say in person, but I'm doing it through my, computer. I want to apologize again for the last minute change to the Breath of the Wild stream. I've been trying to prepare for a new collaboration I'm going to be doing with someone else later on, probably sometime next week. So I just want to make sure everything will be okay. I need to figure out how to stretch the image or something like that, or do I need to like make a different border or something like that. Hello, Cody. Welcome back to the stream. Are you gonna take requests in this drawing stream? Not particularly this one. Because like I said, I just want to go with something I'm already familiar with right now, just to test out the waters. Or maybe I will. I'll have to see later on. But like I said, this was mainly just a test. I want to make sure everything's okay before I start, tapping into my artist potential here on the stream. Let's see. So yeah, I'm just making a few scenes that I did like from that live action adaptation. I know there are a whole bunch of people who liked Kakigori were basically just downing this whole show. Now this is also from someone who's watched. Why am I? Wait. Oh, I'm not in that layer. What the heck? What is wrong with me? Who are you drawing? Right now, I'm drawing Yumiko Jabami from, Kakigori. I'm trying to adapt to, so the whole point of this, I'm trying to adapt the live action adaptation to the original manga style. Because there were some scenes that I thought were actually pretty cool if they, stayed in the manga style. And apparently I'm not the only one who, okay, so not too long ago, I posted this. Do you have the Switch 2? No, not yet. I'm going to be waiting. That's gonna. Yeah. There's been some people who have been asking me that for the stream. I will be getting the Switch 2, just not yet. I'm waiting to hear from some friends of mine about how their experiences with the Switch are. From what I've heard online, the Joy-Con drift is still a thing in the Switch 2, which is kind of disappointing. But because like I said, there's only like one game out for it right now that I really care about, and that's Mario Kart. I mean, I'm not saying I don't like Mario Kart. It's just Mario Kart isn't entirely my thing. Oh, here we go. Okay. I like to draw an anime chibi. I always liked people who do chibi art, like what was it, Ruby Chibi? Y'all remember that from Rooster Teeth? I'm trying to find the perfect 30 should do it. That's way too. There we go. But yeah, the Switch 2 apparently it's just so ridiculously expensive. And by the time that came out, I literally just got done with, paying other bills. So this needs to increase. The reason I'm not going to get Switch 2 because the only game that came out. Yeah, that's exactly what I said. Only one game out for it right now. See, technically one game technically did come out for the Switch 1, and that was Breath of the Wild, but that was like a full-fledged game, not just like a competitive racing game. Oh, that's the reason why. I don't know why the brush is too big. There we go. But do any of y'all in the chat have a Switch 2? I know, Cody, you said that you don't, and you weren't gonna be getting it because for the due to the fact that's the only game that came out. But do any of y'all in the chat have a? That's so cute. Your drawing. Appreciate it. It's like I said, it's a scene from Bet. How does that look? No, I don't like that. I think the outline borders are too big. Attention. I'm gonna get it for my birthday. Congratulations, Rosalina Bob. I think one of my parents said that they were gonna try to get it for, I think my birthday, or something like that. They were gonna get it for me at some occasion. Maybe, I think. I do not dig this. Let's go ahead and duplicate this. Turn off the border. Delete this. There we go. That's better. Okay, let's go ahead. Balloon pen. I don't like this brush. Maybe I'll go with this one. Yeah, I like that. One more. There we go. Over. What is that? Okay, that's still. Alright, rotate it. Oh, there we go. That's what I was looking for. Let's go ahead and cut this. No, not copy. Oh, that's together. For some reason, that's linked to the original. Let's go ahead and just delete this and try again. So that probably because I can't see what I'm doing or something like that. Because for some reason this is that's the problem. It's tangled together. Yeah, that's better. Nope, I'm happy with my PS5 and Switch 1. Yeah, I'm satisfied with the consoles I have too. Something I like to make my own character in Chibi. Nothing's stopping you. Go ahead and do your thing. Make yourself make a character chibi in your own art style. How does that look? Yeah. If only I had full control. You know what? That's probably the problem. Let me try this instead. I'm gonna go ahead and switch this down here. I'm gonna fill the layer with white. That way I can. Whoops. That way I can see what I'm doing. Okay. We're gonna delete this. There we go. Okay. There we go. Okay. Dogs or cats? I am a dog person. Every time I see a dog, I can't help myself. I love dogs. I've had a dog since I was little. Well, technically he ran away when I was small. We lived in like 2 places when I was little, when I was going to school. My dog stayed with my grandmother, and since I wasn't there, he managed to get out. He was at that age where he started to learn how to dig. Maybe we should decrease that. So before my grandmother even knew about it, our dog ended up escaping, and it did not help the fact that we had a wire fence. But despite that thing that kind of traumatized me and my brother, I still have always been a dog person. I always dream of the day where I get another dog. I don't like that. I think this should do. I like both. Okay, to be fair, yeah, I like both too. It's just I prefer dogs to cats. I can't help it. I know there's a friend of mine, and I know that from when I was a kid, he likes cats, but actually no. Okay. Nah. Actually no. Let's keep it like that. There we go. Here. There, that's better. Or is it too big? Maybe I'll just... Okay, so not to distract myself from what y'all were asking me earlier. Y'all asked about the scene that I'm drawing. So in the show, hold on. In this scene, there's a, I don't want to make sure the show, the show Bet is on Netflix. It's technically been a few weeks, but let me know in the chat. Do y'all care? Do y'all care about it? Because I don't want to like spoil it for y'all if y'all are gonna end up watching it. I'm always trying to be careful, making sure I don't accidentally spoil anything for anybody. I've done that a couple of times by accident. I'm just being extra cautious. Have you seen The Amazing Digital Circus? I could have sworn we talked about that a while ago. But yes, I have seen The Amazing Digital Circus. It's really good animation-wise. It's just me personally, I like it. I really do. But there's just don't care. Okay. Um, I'll talk about that in a second. But to answer your question, I've seen it. I like it. I know there's a new episode coming soon. Me personally, I'm just like I like it, but the now I'm trying to make sure I say this to the point where I don't sound like I'm a hater or anything like that. But like I'm just saying it's still crazy of how quickly that blew up. Like it was what? It was like literally only one episode and it blew up hella quick. And then suddenly that was like everywhere. Like I went to one of the malls I go to, always just pop into Hot Topic, just kind of see if they got any new like mainly like Spider-Man shirts. And then I see like there's already like plushies and t-shirts about Digital Circus. I'm like, geez, it's only been out for like a month. How did it like blow up? Like how did it blow up like it's like literally the next top show? Like I said, not to make it seem like I'm hating or anything like that. I was just taken by surprise at how quickly that took off. Because like I said, at the time it was only like one episode. Who's your favorite Digital Circus character? Pomni the ringleader, and Jax. Is that his name? The purple rabbit dude. Those are the three that just stick out to me the most. So I'm good to go ahead and talk about it. So in Bet, there's a scene where so this girl right here, Yumiko, she's been deemed a house pet. And those are like that's like the lowest stature for a human being at the school they go to. Where you're a house pet, your life is absolute hell. And they brought back this game called the House Pet Hunt, where you're supposed to like find these like little decorative eggs, like this one right here. Now, before this point, Yumiko has been like a pain for like the student council, which are supposed to be like the antagonists of the show. And she, at this point, the girl right here, the girl who y'all said looked like Raven, it probably wouldn't look like that if I did it in color, but manga's more my style. I think I should probably add some more shade up here. She just had enough of Yumiko, so rather than have anyone else hunt her, or like due to the fact that the people on her team have failed to get Yumiko, she just decided to go do it herself. So she just kind of pops up in the woods out of no. She sets out the egg as obviously a trap, and just decides to hunt Yumiko herself. I was like, okay, she quickly. I was like, she quickly got involved, but all right. I think I like that. I think I might just erase a little bit though. Let me see. I'm watching 100 Girlfriend anime. Cool, how is it? I've seen it. I've seen the title be thrown around here and there, but I never really watched it. Mine is Kinger and Ragatha. Ragatha was actually pretty cool. Kinger. The only episode I remember him standing out was that like the only episode he stuck out to me was like what was it? When they went to like the haunted house thing, that whole like Luigi's Mansion based thing. I hope I don't sound rude to you. Rude, like rude how? Like I don't remember you saying anything that sounded rude. Digital Circus episode 3. Yeah, that's what I thought. I was about to say, it was like, yeah, there was an episode where he took center stage alongside the main character, you know, mainly just to focus on character development. I'm up to episode 9 of season 1. All right. So it must be good if you made it all the way up to season 9. The Mystery of Golden Hall Manor. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I knew it was like a haunted house. I knew it was like a haunted house episode. That's where they chose to give him some more depth to his character. But yeah, what was I saying earlier? Oh right, so the student council president, which is this girl right here. Okay, it's gonna start doing this again. Every now and again, for some reason, the two finger drag won't work. I don't know why. Give me 1 second. Save this. I'm not going anywhere, but just give me a second. Okay. There we go. Okay. I don't know why that keeps happening. Oh wait. Oh dang it. I think I screwed it up. Okay, there we go. Every time I make a comic, I prefer this layout. Because I like to hear someone talk about anime or manga. No, that's totally fine. I like talking about anime and manga as much as the next guy. That's why I'm doing this. Have you seen Hazbin Hotel? Still no. I know a friend who almost slapped the crap out of me for still saying I haven't seen it yet. But like, I'm the kind of guy. I still have, like, until like a few years ago, I still have not watched the entirety of Avatar: The Last Airbender. There was like a whole bunch of people who were like beyond shocked that I even said that. It was like, it was just one of the things I couldn't get into when well, not that I couldn't get, well, there's a whole thing about that is like when I try to get into something new that's a series, due to my bad luck, I keep catching like the mid to either like the filler episodes, and I just couldn't get into it off of that. I was like, this seems kind of boring. But like all the episodes, my friends were like, what about the thing? I was like, I didn't even see anything like that. They were just standing there talking. Like, if I want to see someone where they're standing, someone standing around talking, I'll watch some other show. But yeah, my friend told me to try to be a little bit more patient. I need to fix that. But yeah, one of these days, I'm definitely gonna try to watch Hazbin Hotel, because I know what's her name, the voice actress for Spinel is supposedly in it. And the only reason I know that is because I saw someone do an amazing animation where they replaced that character that she voices with the actual Spinel, with Spinel. It was beautifully animated, and perfect. It was beautifully animated, and I was like, yeah, that's literally just Spinel. I mean, not that I'm complaining. Spinel was one of my favorite characters in Steven Universe. Give 100 Girlfriend anime a try because it's funny. Is it like one of those romance animes? Those take a while for me to get into. The last romance anime I ever watched was actually I can't remember. One of the ones that I know that I love, and I will say this until I'm blue in the face, needs to come back. Why am I in G Pen? There we go. It's Nisekoi, for some reason, no, it's not talked about as much as it should be. Nisekoi was an amazing romance anime, and it was hilarious. It's a harem anime. Oh. Well, I guess Nisekoi is technically kind of like that too. That's like where all the just so I'm not confused. That's where like basically all the girls fall for like one specific guy, right? For some reason or another. What kind of story is that anime? Nisekoi, it's an anime about think of it kind of like a Romeo and Juliet situation where in Romeo and Juliet they couldn't be together because of their family, and they actually loved each other. In Nisekoi, they hated each other, and their relationship together was keeping their family. They're like they're like children of like mob bosses, but the mob bosses are actually friends, but it's the gangs themselves, the gang members that are like that hate the other tribe. So they devise a plan. It's like, hey, our children are dating, so you can't really fight the other clan. And they were like, wait, really? Oh, we're happy for you guys. We can't fight, y'all are together. Like, okay, y'all, that's considerate. But they actually, in reality, the two high schoolers, they actually hate each other with a passion. Like, the way they even meet, the girl was late to school. You know, that typical thing where the girl's running late. She has like the jelly toast in her mouth. She jumps over a fence. She's actually really strong and athletic, but she didn't see the main character below her. She knees him in his face, and she makes him lose his locket, which is actually it's an important part of the story because that belonged to a girl that he met when he was a kid, and they said if they ended up meeting each other again, they'll get married. Oh, I hear that anime before. Yeah, it's actually really good. I didn't even think I would be into romance animes like that, but that one was actually really funny, and the mystery was what kept me intrigued. Yeah, it was one of the first one of the first animes, because I saw it as the anime first, that made me actually want to pick up the manga. I was like, how did this story end? Because for some reason, the there we go. The series stopped after season 2, which makes no sense. Like, I need to know the reason why it stopped after season 2, because I would always end up watching every weekly episode, and then one day I was like, okay, it's gonna be a good day. There's gonna be a new episode of Nisekoi, so we get to figure out who Raku chooses, or what shenanigans he gets involved in. Then I'm looking at my phone like, why is there no? Where's the episode? Oh, but it must be late. It must be the server or something like that. No, like a whole day has passed. There's no new episode, and then I figured out, I was like, oh my god, they canceled it after 2 seasons. Are y'all serious? So yeah, that led me to just picking up the manga and reading it. I loved it. And apparently a lot of people loved it too. I guess Nintendo loved it too, because for some reason, Nisekoi, you guys know that Mario Maker, Mario gets a whole bunch of like costume like power-ups. Maybe I should switch this down so I don't keep getting it confused. Mario gets like a whole bunch of costume power-ups, so now he looks like Link or something like that. They made a commercial out of the blue, and this is actually Nintendo, look it up if you don't believe me, where Nisekoi ended up being like a whole, like, not DLC, but it was added into the game for some reason. As much as I do love Nisekoi, I was like, Nintendo, why? Quintessential quintuplets got my attention. What do you mean? Is that something in that anime you were telling me about, or was that a different anime? Okay. I think I should probably add like some, maybe like some clouds or something, because that background is looking a little bare. Yeah, it looks a little too dark, honestly. This happens in the middle of the day. I'm gonna keep that off for now. I'm gonna add some more leaves. Here we go. There we go. Need to add some to the back. Whoa, not that one. Oh, right, now I remember. That's a different anime. Okay, gotcha. Yeah. Let's see. Let's see. Whoops. Actually, let me turn that off. That was making me confused. Go ahead and yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. So what's that anime you were talking about? Because like I said, I never heard of that before. Okay, I need to like devise like a playlist, or I need to get like a different thing. Hold on. Sorry, I thought I'd be able to handle that song for like a little while longer, but the song was getting annoying. I should have had like a different like song somewhere. Because like I said, you can't play music on here that's copyrighted. I'm not saying that the song is bad. I'm just saying I need a song that I can listen to for a long period of time. That'll be my next goal. Find a an art stream song to listen to. Anytime you play an actual song on stream for more than like 10 seconds, you ended up getting copyrighted. And you know we do not need that. Okay. Uh, wait. Okay, so I wanted to talk about this earlier. So I made another one of these. Y'all probably saw it on my community post on my YouTube channel. Y'all probably saw the community post on my YouTube channel, where I made a different piece of the Kakegori Bet TV show, and I want to talk about this for a while. So I posted it online, mainly on like my Instagram, and oh my god, it. I'm not the kind of guy to really brag about what I make. I just say, hey, look at this, and we usually just go about our business. But it blew up so quick. I never expected it to blow up that fast, to the point where the the main actors, I think like five of the main actors reposted it on their Instagram stories, and because like I was going to bed one day on the same day I posted it. I knew it had like over like 50 likes, but then when I was about to go to bed, I got a notification that said, "Congratulations!" No, not congratulations. Your post just reached 500 likes. I was like, "Wait, what?" Usually that takes like at least a few days for that to happen. But it turns out the main actress herself reposted it after like what's his name? I forgot his name. But the main male member of the cast, he reposted it first. He tagged her, then she saw it, reposted it, and then it just started blowing up until the point where most of the actresses were reposting it, and a couple of the other members of the cast, like not the actor cast, like one of the sound supervisors, one of the directors, and the costume maker, they all reposted it, so it blew up relatively quick. I was like, whoa, okay, this could actually mean something. Because I was already gonna work on this regardless, but I was like if people liked it that much, there's no reason to not make another one. Let's see. Oh right, I was gonna. The tone is still kind of. Here we go. What's the tone? That one. Okay. I'm gonna leave some of this here. There we go. Maybe I'll add like a few more other leaves here. There we go. That should do. And I'll probably do a little bit more. There. Okay, I think that should do it. Maybe one more. Okay, I think that should do it. Okay, let's see. Sorry if it's like gonna be like a kind of like a quiet stream for the rest of it. I need to find a better song to play. I need one that at least without words, at least. Me personally, for like a chill stream, if copyright wasn't a thing, I'd be playing what's it called? um that one song from Super Mario 64, Jolly Rancher Bay or Dire Dire Dogs, I guess, because that's also what it's called. Because due to like being in a different stage. I need to go to the background. What is this? Oh right, I keep forgetting about that. I made sure to have like a different layer because I had to like make this. It's either I was gonna have to make this white or like choose a different color to. This. Where's the background one? I ain't even organize my layers. Okay, here we go. But yeah, I was gonna choose Mario. Some of the Mario 64 track. That's why I selected those. I was gonna choose some of the Mario 64 tracks to listen to. Those are usually kind of calming to me, like Jolly Rancher Bay. What is it like that fire temple one? If y'all remember that, but can't do it without Nintendo thinking I'm stealing their stuff or something like that. That's why I'm super grateful that no copyright sounds exist. You know what? Okay, I'll leave it like that for now. I'll probably add some more. Okay. I'll add more as I go along. But for right now, I need to. I'll go ahead and select this one. That's better. Now I'll go ahead and turn this back off. That do it? Okay, yes, perfect. I'm gonna go ahead and make another tone. This. Maybe like, yeah, I'll set it to 80 and I'll go ahead and beat this and shade it in from the bottom. I'm on my walk, so when I get back, I'll tell you about the anime. That's fine. Enjoy your walk. I think I like that. I like that a lot better. Because I'm trying to. If you've seen the scene for yourself, like the actress did a good job showing the emotion of how much she hates Yumiko. She's severely pissed off that she keeps interfering with. I keep forgetting what she was interfering with because basically she was just gambling just for the sake of it. Well, it's not just that, but at this point, I just hope I'm not spoiling it for anybody. But Yumiko is not only there just to gamble; she's there to figure out what happened to her parents that were brutally murdered. I know that's what people. One of the things people were kind of not that one. People were kind of against at first because like, why are you trying to give her more of like make her more of a dynamic character? She was already better off the way she was. In which case, I do agree with. However, I did wonder that when I was watching the anime because they mentioned the fact that her parents are dead and like her only sibling is like Her only sibling is like in like some kind of special ward or something like that. May not shade it in, but I'll at least do an outline. That's better. Okay. A little higher. Need to angle the eyebrow just. There we go. Actually, hold on. I'll just elevate it to the point of the other one. Because I don't want her to look worried. The scene itself, she wasn't scared at all, actually. There was a point where she ended up getting shot in the leg. And that's what was bothering me. There was a point where she got shot in the leg, and she screamed out in pain for a second, but then it was completely overtaken by her insane laughter. Which, in my opinion, I was like, okay, they managed to get her crazy kind of well, even though like she has a different motivation than how she was in the manga, but they still managed to make sure you know the fact that she's crazy. In which case, I need to start picking up the manga again. Because, like I said, we're still waiting. I'm still one of those people. I am one of those people who is waiting on season 3 of Kakigori. Because I can still understand the fans who were kind of like ticked off due to the fact that rather than getting season 3, they just made a live action adaptation that people always say no one wanted that. But I'm one of those people who's like, I'll just take it as it is. I personally don't care. But yeah, sorry, I was checking something on my phone. I see. I'm still one of those people who enjoyed for what it was. I know the seasons kind of got a little iffy down the road. I'm one of those people who enjoyed Riverdale mainly because I'm also an Archie fan. But at the same time, I was like, it's just a different version. I don't know why people are still like so keen on comparing it to the original. I've seen so much remakes and remasters at this point. It was like this is clearly not the thing people are wanting it to be. I can understand that, but I feel as if there's some liberty to just expand and try to do something new. But like I said, that just depends on the writing, and when the writing doesn't match, then you're really set up for a flop of a show. I want to say Teen Titans Go is a perfect example, but do you watch Super Sentai? No, what is that about? I have like a long watch list of stuff I need to watch. But you know an anime I would love to see come back? I would very much love to see Astro Boy return. I still feel like like they definitely did him wrong with that movie. Well, okay. Well, I guess the movie wasn't all bad, but I really do wish they make like because they've shown that they can do it. Oops, I accidentally cropped it. Although that is a nice shot. It's Power Ranger in USA. No, I have not heard of that. I'm not as okay. Don't come at me for this. But I wasn't as much a Power Rangers fan either. Like Power Rangers just didn't really stick with me as a kid. Let's see. Oh no, that's the trees. Let me go ahead and. I hope they can be seen. Let's take a look and see. Okay, so the last thing we need to do is just add. We're gonna add a few more textures here and there, and then we're finally gonna just wrap it up by adding the captions and the sound effects, of course. Oh, a friend of mine also. For those of y'all who really enjoyed Jimmy Neutron, I just got reintroduced to an old scene that I thought was so weird as a kid, where because it was remember this was back in the day where cartoons were allowed to make jokes rather than just like appeal to like how should I put this? Don't worry about don't worry about we like different things. It's cool. But yeah, there was like a scene where Jimmy just flat out just said, "Hey, mom, dad, I want a little brother." And his dad like spits out his drink. Was like, well, see, Jimbo, that's kind of complicated. It's, like the genes of the family is like that's it's not that complicated at all. You like I know what you do. You have to literally he put like a child. He puts his fingers in the la 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 la. I'm not listening. Who wants pie? I think I want pie. I was like, wow. How is the child? How is a child more mature about this than y'all? Well, the mom is very mature about it. She's like, I don't think a baby's right in the cards right now. Like they were so quick to end that. They were so quick to end that discussion right there, and I thought that was crazy. Like I remember every time there's like a TV show that always feels the need to bring up that topic just to be funny. Like what was that one episode of Ed, Edd n Eddy where there was like a they spent like the whole it was like it was a Sarah and Jimmy episode for the most part where they were trying to go around to everyone and figure out like how babies were made. And I'm just like, this is really the whole episode? Like I think only Double D was one of the ones who was trying to give an actual answer through like a creative way. So like, because remember they're kids, so Double D was trying to find a way to explain to them while not being super gross, while everyone else was giving false information. And what was the one that Eddie gave? It was so weird. Like he said he learned it from his brother. Like talk about how belly button live. If you don't clean it out, it grows and turns into a baby. I'm like, ugh. Like what? Like y'all cannot be serious. That would leave some children going to bed at night thinking like, wait, if you don't clean it out, it turns into a baby. Because I talked about that with a friend of mine as a kid, and we obviously knew that it was real. We didn't, but it was like that was kind of a weird premise to. That was kind of a weird premise to talk about. Of course, Ed being the simple one. Well, not simple, but like he he's more the creative one because he believes that the baby, like most people did back in the day, I believe. believe that babies were dropped off by storks. That whole thing. I'm just like, oh, okay, that was an episode. Like, did y'all ever just come across those episodes of TV shows you loved where like you love it as much as you can, but like there was just an episode that just did not need to happen. Both my mom and my dad tell me where a baby comes from when I was a kid. I'm glad they did. Every like parent should have that talk with their kids at some point. Only when they're ready, though. And I'm not gonna say how it happens. Definitely not here on stream. But yeah. It was just a weird episode. Like it was just one of those episodes of a show I liked that just did not need to happen. I almost completely forgot what I was looking for. So I'm gonna have to select this again. There we go. I need to delete some of this. I don't like the fact they're just straight leaves on the bottom. I think that should do it for the most part. Having fun drawing, sir? Yeah, I'm having fun drawing. Like I said, this is supposed to be like a test for a collaboration I'm gonna be doing soon, as well as future art streams. Because like I said, I'm just testing it out with one I'm already almost done making. I'm gonna start on another one soon. So the stream will most likely be up for like probably like another hour and a half. Because like I said, I'm relying on y'all to let me know some feedback, so that way I know to fix it for the next stream. I already know one. I need like a whole thing of music to put on a loop. That way, it's just not on one song. Let's see. I think now's the time where let me go ahead and shrink this because this is taking up so much space. I think now's the time for us to go ahead and start adding the sound effects. That's the signature. First, I'm gonna create a layer to make totally white. Perfect. That way I can still see where I'm drawing it. Let me see. Next. I like to draw. That's good. I feel like more people should actually take interest in drawing. It's a great stress reliever. For me at least. Like, no matter where I am, I always feel need to draw something. I was supposed to be sitting listening to one of my teachers talk about something in class. They gave us index cards to take notes with, and I was like, rather, I wasn't exactly bored per se. It's just like I lost interest. I know that sounds like the same thing, but I mean like my mind just immediately started thinking about something else. And then when I saw the index card, I saw the back of it was totally blank. I just grabbed my body just automatically grabbed a pencil, just started sketching. Every time I see a blank paper, I have to draw something on it. Whoops, I erased, and that's the wrong color. Whoops. This one. I like to make my story with good versus evil. That's good. Like a protagonist versus antagonist thing. There's nothing wrong with that. I remember a whole bunch of people saying that these news stories nowadays are too like what was it that they said? They said that villains nowadays one of them asked like, can we just go back to the days where villains were evil just for the sake of being evil and stop trying to make them relatable? I was like, there gotta be some characters that are relatable, otherwise people can't really connect with the characters. I mean, and like I said, there's nothing wrong with people being evil just for the sake of being characters. I mean, being evil just for the sake of being evil. That's why we have antagonists. Like, for example, what was it? I have two main examples of villains who are evil just for the sake of being evil. Father from Kids Next Door, and I don't know if y'all seen this next one for the next example I'm about to talk about. There's a Sonic the Hedgehog show, also known as Sonic Sat AM, to help because there's like a lot of stuff that just literally just calls Sonic the Hedgehog. That's why they called the one on back in 2006. They literally just call it Sonic 06. It was literally just called Sonic the Hedgehog for some reason. They were super lazy on that one. But Sonic Sat AM, their version of Dr. Robotnik. Oh my God, he was just bro was just his whole aura is evil. Bro takes a breath and you can tell that he's evil. And I can understand that. I like to tell why the evil guy is evil in my story. Having a creative background is definitely a great way to help people understand the character. Just make sure that you have mainly like just like the necessary plot lines rather than just trying to add filler. People like to call it world building, in which case I can understand, but there's such a thing as too much. There's like a whole bunch of stuff that could have been cut out. Like, why do you think in Dragon Ball they made Dragon Ball Z Kai? Because there was too much stuff in the original that honestly just, frankly, just didn't need to be there. But yeah, when you're making a character, make sure to have like a good story by it. Because here's what I like to do: while I'm making the characters for my manga, I draw their character on a piece of paper, sketch it out, do whatever you want with it. Then I get another piece of paper, lined or blank, it doesn't really matter, and I take the time to write out what this person's whole deal is. It's best to do it at that moment so that way you're like in the zone. Let's see, so I don't forget. Actually, wait. Nah, actually no. Wait. There we go. Okay, that'll be there. There we go. Okay. And sometimes the good guy try to help the bad guy to get him good again in my story. There have been a lot of stories that have situations like that. What was that one show called? Shaolin Showdown. Everyone just didn't really care much for what was it? Jack Spicer. But there have been multiple times where Omi tries to convince Chase Young to be good. Because he was originally a good guy, but I can't exactly remember, but I think it was like a Sasuke situation where he wanted more power. He drank like this ancient potion or something like that, and it turned him evil. Which kind of makes it weird because he's like I like being evil. Like Is that you saying that, or is that the soup saying that? And Omi sees that there is some good in him and tries to convert him to being a good guy again, because he was one of the Shaolin warriors. Shaolin Showdown was such a good show. But yeah, there have been a lot of shows where like the hero tries to convince the villain to be good. Like I think another key example is like Spider-Man, like with his one of his love interests, Black Cat. Because I think it was like multiple times where he tried to convince her to be good. It's basically like the same thing like with Batman and Catwoman. But sometimes the good guy has to kill the bad guy, his buddy, or he will end the world. Right, like one of those strong decisions to where like you've known each other all this time, but they're on the wrong side of it, and you have to try to stop them. A great example of that is Devilman Crybaby, or just Devilman in general, where Akira Fudo and Ryo they were best friends. They've known each other since they were kids, I believe. But Ryo started getting into like the whole the demons are coming back. They're gonna destroy the world. I need you to help me stop them. So Akira ends up becoming Devilman, and Ryo becomes like basically like his spotter, and tries to and keeps tracks of anything demon related, so they can go ahead and just deal with the problem. But then as the series progresses, it turns out Ryo didn't even know himself. I think that's the same thing. Transfer this into this. Perfect. So we'll just go ahead and... Oh yeah, so it turns out that Ryo had his memory locked away, and it turns out that he was Satan the entire time. And it turns out the whole reason that he made Akira into a devil man was so that he could survive in the new world when the demons take over. Knowing that he's not going to do that, Akira said, like, the next time I see you, I'm going to kill you. Which is like, if you see what happened in that story, you would feel the same way Akira did. Because like it was because of Ryo that his love interest ended up getting herself killed. So they had to have a whole war, demons versus Devilman, because there was more than one Devilman. I think that should be good. So let's go ahead and make the actual outline for this. It was definitely a painful story to watch. I was like, wow, these were best friends, and over one dispute. Well, it's not like it's a small dispute. Ryo still betrayed the human race. Like he could have been just like Akira. He was Satan the whole time, but he still believed that humans were better off just, extinct, and Akira had to try to stop him. Which is so weird too, because now I don't know if this is like lazy writing or anything like that, but I remember in the manga, Ryo really thinks about like his actions, how they are like, oh wait, God did this to us. He tried to outcast and kill us like we did to the humans. Oh, Akira, I'm so sorry. I can't believe it took me till this long to notice. I'm like, bro, you already killed him. And literally, at that point, all humanity went extinct, and you are just now realizing your mistake, bro. I was like, God, please kill this man. Like, there is no way he realizes his mistake after you already killed his best friend, and after all humanity already went and died. Like, bro, get out of here with that. out of here with that. But yeah, I always do. But I like that premise of the good guy versus the bad guy, and the bad guy ends up like being like the best friend, so it makes it hard for the antagonist, the protagonist, I mean, to really feel the need to kill him. But at this point, it's becoming a lot more repetitive and predictable. At this point, we're like they don't even try to build up to such a premise anymore. They literally just put it out there for you to like put together on your own, rather than having you think, wow, is he gonna turn evil? Then they give him like some sort of redemption. Like, oh no, he's still good. But then one final push then turns him bad again. It was like, oh man, I thought he was gonna stay a good guy. That whole thing. Like in my story, the cat princess little sister turned from good to evil. The cat princess? There we go. Should do it. I want that one like that, but this one, I'll make another layer for this one. This one just needs to be like this. Hopefully when I get done, I'm hoping to post this today. Oh, and to what you were saying, that is another painful moment of what happens in anime when it's like not just the best friend, it's actually someone's family member who ends up turning bad. Cause like that's bro, that's blood. That's blood that you have to end up that you might have to end up killing. So when they do that in anime, I'm like, wow, you're like it's weird when like it's the best friend because basically that at that point that's most likely like your sibling if it's someone you've known for like a long time. Because like guys, if they've known each other for for example ever since like elementary school, they're basically brothers at that point. This is in the world where together dog people and cat people live together. Oh, so kind of like Zootopia or something like that. Just go ahead and increase the size of this page. And it looks a little sloppy. Go ahead and clean. Yeah. Okay, so it is like a Zootopia kind of thing. Okay, cool, cool. There we go. So what am I gonna do for this one? I think this. There we go. I'll add like a white layer underneath it. There we go. That way, when I turn this off, not only can you see it, there'll be two outlines for this. Oh yeah, might as well turn this off. This one will be black first. Or actually, this one. There we go. Now this one will be white. Perfect. Now I'll go ahead and select this layer. Actually, no, wait. Actually, wait. Oh yeah, you know what? That can work too. Go ahead and make like a dark layer. Put it at 70. Perfect. Now, whoops. Go ahead and select these. Okay. Now I'll just go ahead and use the spray paint. Why is nothing happening? Oh, is it underneath? Yeah, there it is. Okay. And delete that. Perfect. But some of the dog people hate cat people, and some of the cat people hate dog people. So they're still living together, but they still have like a little bit of discrimination going on between the two tribes. Is that what you're telling me? Where's the other one? Here we go. This one needs a white border. Or maybe this should be black too. Yeah, I should probably do that. I should probably do it again. Duplicate this again. And make this white. Go ahead and move this over. Good. This. Might as well go ahead and put the tier 2. There, that's perfect. Much as I love this for how it looks right now, I need to figure out what I'm going to put in that bottom right corner. I feel like something should be there. Alright, since everything looks like it's going according to plan, I'll probably just have this up for another like maybe 30 minutes and we're probably going to end the stream. Sorry for the stream being super short. Like I said, I just wanted to test the waters and make sure everything goes according to plan. It'll most likely be like another half hour, maybe full hour. Need to add some more detail to this down here. Yep, here we go. Go ahead and these parts right here. Oh, what? This is a subtraction thing. Okay, perfect. Yes, and both Dog Hero and Cat Hero have to save the world too. Okay, so they have like a protagonist who believe in the power of working together. That's nice. I always do love the premise of like like there's a tribe that hates each other, but two people who don't have their heads shoved up their butt uh, find a reason to actually like and work well together. Kind of like how some of the Diamond Clan and the Pearl Clan from the Pokemon Arceus games, they managed to. There we go. Not only did they manage to work together, they actually liked each other enough to actually marry one another. I think. I know they had like a romantic relationship, but it's another keen example. But I hope things go well with your story. But both Dog Hero and Cat Hero are nobody. Greeks? You mean Greeks or geeks? So like they're basically not seen by by their own clans, but they're outcasts. But is it kind of like a Spider-Man thing where Peter Parker is kind of an outcast, but he's like more or less a hero? Or is it like it's not like a secret identity thing, is it? Me personally, I feel like that needs to be brought back. As much as I do love these hero-based shows, let's be honest. For some reason, we're geek. Okay, can someone explain to me why we're stuck in an age where everyone needs to know everyone's secret identity? Oops, I accidentally selected that. There we go. Like for example, I can't imagine one Spider-Man movie where the villain didn't know Peter Parker's secret identity by the end of the movie. First it was Green Goblin, then there was Doc Ock, but Peter apparently wanted to tell Doc Ock he was Spider-Man for some reason. Then Spider-Man 3, Venom found out through the symbiote. Eddie Brock, who is Venom, found out through the symbiote. Then there's there's Sandman. Peter left his mask off, so of course he ended up knowing who he was. Then there's Amazing Spider-Man, the Lizard. He found out because he left crucial evidence behind. He left a camera that said "property of Peter Parker." So I was like, oh god. Then there was I think in the Amazing Spider-Man series, Electro was the only villain who didn't know who Spider-Man was. Then there was oh no, okay. I consider him such a non-villain because he only showed up for the last few minutes of the film. Electro and the Rhino. Green Goblin and the Lizard were the only ones who in that series who knew who Peter Parker was. Then there was Spider-Man Homecoming. And that was one of the dumbest ones. He could have kept his secret identity if Liz Allen had shut her mouth. She was in the car, like her dad was none the wiser. Like her dad is the Vulture. He was none the wiser that Peter Parker was Spider-Man, but she kept talking, like putting the clues together for him. It was like, wait a second. So Peter disappeared when Spider-Man showed up? Oh, so he must be. Wait, how am I supposed to know he's Spider-Man? Then she said something. I was like, oh yeah, definitely, he's definitely Spider-Man. I was like, you stupid mother. Okay. Then there was, what was it? Far From Home was such a weird concept for that premise because it was supposed to be. Nick Fury already knew who Spider-Man was. He knows who all the superheroes are. But apparently, because that's not really Nick Fury, he allowed Mysterio, Quentin Beck, a special effects man, to be part of their SHIELD operation. I'm like, I know for a fact the real Nick Fury definitely would have been on top of that. Like, there's no way that these aliens who are supposed to be disguised as Nick Fury and his assistant really thought they'd be okay to just accept Mysterio. And it was because of that little unnecessary amount of trust that Quentin Beck knows that Peter Parker is Spider-Man. Thus, he pulls the ultimate. Both Cat Hero and Dog Hero are introverts. Oh, okay. And thus, Mysterio ends up giving away his secret at the end of the movie. I'm like, I I wanted to throw my phone at the screen so bad, at the movie screen so bad when he did that. I was like, oh my god, this is all Nick Fury's fault. He and then like in Far From Home, in No Way Home, Peter said the obvious thing. He was like, I'm the hero here. Ask Nick Fury. Nick Fury's been off world. I was like, what? Okay, sure. And none of the Avengers could come to his assistance, so now everyone knows Peter Parker is Spider-Man. And that's basically that whole movie. Like, now Spider-Man is like, his secret's exposed, now he has to adjust to that lifestyle now. But I was just like, bro, can we just go back to like shows and movies where like they're allowed to keep their secret identity? Like, there doesn't need to be. Not every villain needs to know who the hero is if they're like a secret identity thing. If it's like a friend who knows their secret identity, that's something different. It's someone who's helping them out. But every villain ends up knowing who the heroes are. Like there was like a remake, not a remake. It was I think it was a continuation of He-Man on Netflix called Masters of the Universe Revelation. He-Man ended up dying, but before he died, the secret is out that He-Man and Cringer are Adam and Cringer are He-Man and Battle Cat. I need to do something about this. That's bugging the heck out of me. I was like, I don't know why y'all feel the need to do this. Like, there's nothing wrong with keeping a secret identity. But then again, it is like, what's it called? It is a canon event for like a certain villain to know who the hero's secret identity is, like the Green Goblin and Venom. Those are two villains that will go on forever knowing Spider-Man's secret identity. Like, it's been made time and time again at this point. But we need to go. I'm gonna bring that back in my manga. I'm gonna bring it back. We need to go back to an age to where vigilantes are allowed to keep their secret identity, and they don't give it to someone they don't trust. We're not trying to make like a Spider-Man Mysterio situation again. Oh, there it is. Go ahead and add some here. That's better. The last thing I need to do is... Oh, yeah, Ryan's hair. I forgot to add more detail on that. That's an easy fix. Go ahead. Here we go. The Quintessential Quintuplets is a series follows the daily life of high school student Utaro, who is hired as a private tutor for the identified quintuplet. Okay, that sounds pretty cool. And both Dog Hero and Cat Hero have a secret ID in my story. Cool. I just hope that they keep it, because like I said, I'm so sick of off the bat all the heroes' identities are out for some reason. Or if their secret does get out, I hope like it's for a valid reason. I feel like the people who do that kind of thing are like people who are desperate because they ran out of plot to a story. It's like, okay, let's just go ahead and release the secret identity. That's a movie right there. Oh, whoops. Happens when I don't switch it. Okay. There we go. Get a little bit more. Something's happening. I don't know what. The heck? Supposed to. Something's wrong with my pen. Hold on. There we go. They do not do this while I'm literally in the middle of a stream. There we go. Perfect. I think I'll add some more lines to eyebrows. Perfect. Oh, yeah. Okay, let's go ahead and get out of this. How it looks. Okay, I think that looks pretty alright. Still gonna add on to it here and there. I need to add more tone to the trees in the back. But yeah, I think that ends up looking. I think that looks pretty alright. Yeah, I think I will end the stream in about 15 minutes. I think this is going to work out okay. I also need to take the time to figure out why I can't stretch out the screen to fit the whole, just kind of fit the whole screen. I'm looking at it through like a different screen. I can tell that's kind of low quality. Maybe because it's really small. If I stretched it out, I probably need to set up a different scene to where I use like the same thing, but it's like in a different size, or I have to use a different capture card altogether. Definitely need to add more detail to the egg. I hope all y'all in the chat are doing okay today. I heard there's been like some crazy stuff happening in the world right now. But then again, what else is new? Yeah, it looks. There we go. Okay. Just a little bit more. Okay. I think that should be enough for the egg. What are those eggs called? Did anyone know? Do y'all remember that episode of SpongeBob where his whole thing was collecting those decorative eggs? Is there a specific name for those, or are they just literally called decorative eggs? I think that'll be it for now, for this one at least. Might as well go ahead and start off with a draft for the next one. Definitely need to add something to this corner though. It looks way too empty. Don't know exactly what to put in here. Probably maybe like a phrase they say later on. I'm deciding between him saying because there's two things that he says it's a trap, or she's bloody, where he says she's bloody lost it, which she has. I don't know what school they go to where they're allowed to kill other people. Because let me give you a rundown what this school is. Based off Kakegori, this is a school that's run off of gambling and the kind of other games that they play where you're still gambling. But there are no teachers, there are no adults anywhere. It's like this whole place is run by high school students where they get free reign to do whatever it is the heck they want. Because, for example, in this scene right here, they're participating in the house pet hunt where a student and their house pet, and which is basically, like I said, a lesser human in the school, are handcuffed together. And the goal is to gather as many decorative eggs as you can. The more eggs you have, the higher your score. And while they're also hunting for the eggs, their house pets will also be hunted. Specifically the house pets for some reason. So they have the choice to save, quote unquote, their master or whatever. But I'm glad like Yumiko and Ryan or Ryota, you all know who that is. They don't have a relationship like that. They actually help each other. Except in this scene where like she really wants that egg, but Ryan's like, no, you don't. Do you see like the murder in her eyes? She wants to kill you. Because it turns out like the student council, they don't really care much about the hunt. They just flat out want Yumiko. They want her dead. And I'm just like, okay then. Okay, I don't think this should be here. I think there should be a shadow right there. It might get confusing to see where that light's coming from. Here we go. Okay. It'll be tricky here. There we go. Okay, perfect. I'm just gonna add some more tone here. Yeah, that does not look okay. Oh, dang it. Wait. Yeah, I thought so. Go ahead and fix that. There we go. I need to move like the crop thing out of the way because I keep accidentally pressing that. Or I can just use this for the time. Oh no, that doesn't look good. Maybe the fingertip? Oh snap, that's not even in the right one. What the heck? This one. Yeah, that does not look good. Okay. And I think I also did something wrong. There we go. Try that again. Okay, that looks better for the most part. Can't wait to go out and give me some food after this stream. I'm starving to death. Okay, I think that should be fine for now. And I'll just go ahead and this here. Perfect. No, that doesn't look good. And both heroes know about Juliet, Cat, and Romeo Dog are in a secret relationship. Thanks for hearing out my story. No, it's fine. I do enjoy hearing creative concepts of other people who are trying to get into story making. Okay. There we go. I think that should do it. It's still bothering me that this bottom space is so empty here. What the heck? Why is my signature like that? Okay, looks like I screwed up here. It's not a big deal. Not a big deal. Whoops. Here we go. Select this. This is fine. This. Turn this off. Delete it from these two layers. This goes to something. What does this go to? Alright then, I guess it doesn't go to anything. There we go. Still gotta figure out what to put in that corner. I'm doing this for fun, and I like both anime and cartoons. And there's nothing wrong. I'm glad you do. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, let's be for real here. More and more people are moving on to anime because let's just be honest here. There's something about anime that they do over like in Japan, and heck, some manga artists who here in America do a lot better than like some studios trying to make movies for some reason. Like they're more interesting, but they are super expensive to make. Like I can't even remember the last series we had in the last like what, let's say like 5 years. Like let's say like an ongoing series like SpongeBob or Fairly Odd Parents, or heck, let's say even like okay, like Tom and Jerry too. Tom and Jerry is still an ongoing cartoon that ends up being remade, redone, all that stuff. When was the last time we ever had a new franchise who held the same magic as that? We don't. Anime's been holding out as one of the best ways to watch animated shows that have different genres and different ways to enjoy it, but because they're so expensive to make, we only get like 2 seasons at most with new animes now. Because not everything could be Dragon Ball, not everything could be Naruto or One Piece or Bleach, where it's like ongoing for years and years. But that's the kind of thing we have to live with now. Okay, I think we're gonna end the stream here for right now. Thank you all who popped in. I know this is kind of a short stream for today. I apologize for that. Like I said, I'm just testing things out, making sure that everything's going okay for next Monday stream. Yeah, and I think that's the only announcement I have. Be sure to come back next Monday since the stream went okay. Since the stream went okay this time, hopefully the collaboration will be okay when I collaborate with the other VTuber when we do an art stream. So I appreciate y'all for dropping by. Thanks. I'll see you next time. See you next time, Cody. See all of you next time. Be sure to remember to be sure to like, share, subscribe, and remember, we're stronger in numbers. See you guys next time. Laters. Bye.